Hi guys, this is Rich. I wanted to do a brief review of something I purchased a little while back. It's called Water Freedom System. Now, when I first heard about this, I was on a blog and I saw a little blurb on the side of the blog saying something like, make your own water out of just air. This intrigued me and I thought that sounded weird, so I clicked on it. Now, what I clicked on was an ad with some wild claims and some weird pictures of various strange devices like spouts and faucets and stuff just shooting water out. To be honest, I couldn't really tell what it was all about right then, but I did know that they were claiming that by buying this water freedom system, a person could learn to make a machine that could, quote, make water out of air. At this point, I left that site and went to Google to do a bit of research to see if there was something worth buying. So I started searching for water freedom system and Chris Burns, the guy who came up with it. Honestly, most of the reviews, and I say that lightly because at the time I looked anyway, there didn't seem to be any real reviews out there. But anyway, most of what I found out there were weird reviews written in broken English that didn't make a lot of sense. And I even watched a couple of videos that were supposed to go into the system and describe it, and they were just some kind of computerized voice things that didn't make much sense either. I finally found another blog post that seemed real, and the guy basically said that it was pretty good and that it was legit. Now, I'm a bit of a prepper, not to the max or anything, but I like to know I'm prepared for short-term upheavals, and even more so recently with the way things are out there right now. I'm an Eagle Scout from back in the day, so the phrase be prepared means something to me. So, where I live, which is in the Southwest, water is the limiting factor should there be major civil unrest or prolonged power failure or something like that. In addition to city power and water, I have a pretty good sized solar system, so I feel pretty good there. But I want to be ready for tough times water wise. I have quite a few jerry cans set up, so I'm prepared that way, but I like the idea of being able to make my own water. Sounded pretty cool as far as survival goes. I did a little more research and found out that the system is sold through a company called ClickBank and that they have an unconditional 60-day money-back guarantee on not just this, but on everything that they sell. So that made me think, what the hell? I went ahead and bought the Water Freedom System from Chris Burns. I used a credit card to purchase it as I figured if it was a ripoff and all else failed, I could just call them up and protest the charge. I had bought a fuel pump for my truck a few years back and I never received it. So I called them and they said that they had sent it. Well, I never got it, so we went round and round over the phone. A friend of mine told me at that time to just stop messing with the actual company that I had purchased the item from and to just call the credit card company. Well, I did that and I told them what happened and they told me not to worry and that they would take care of it. And they did. I got my money back on the card and that was it. No more trouble. So I had that in the back of my mind when I was considering purchasing this deal, and I figured that if I put it on the same card, I'd be covered. Long story short, I made the purchase. It was around 40 bucks. So now that I've had it for a while, I wanted to go on here and let people know who are considering buying this that you do get some pretty cool information with the Water Freedom System. I recently took a quick class on how to make videos, and I'm doing this as part of my practice as far as getting that down. Anyway, this guy, Chris Burns, seems like an overall good guy who's trying to help people who are interested in survival and being prepared. So the information provided does explain the concepts involved in actually pulling moisture from the air in order to make or create your own drinking water. It goes into how to set up and make a device that does in fact make water out of air. It's not as far out as they make it sound, but it does do just what they say. It won't make it where water just flies out of various objects like rocks and stuff like that, like you might see in some of the fake review or the pictures that are shown with this thing. But I did get what I wanted out of it, which was plans to make a backup source of drinking water that will keep my family safe in an unexpected event. I mean, it's pretty cool to know that you have something that can literally make the water you need to survive in case of emergency out of air. Included with the Water Freedom System are a few extras that I like too. These are ebooks as well. They are, the number one is the Ultimate Greenhouse Guide. This was okay, but I knew most of what it was because I'd had a greenhouse for years before. The next one is Paranoia Home Defense. Now there's some great simple ideas in here that would keep your property safer, and I was impressed with that. Another is Blackout, Surviving the Aftermath, which was decent. Then the last is the Essential Guide to Bartering. The Essential Guide to Bartering. Now this one, if you follow the advice in here, you might save more than you spent on the whole shooting match on your next big purchase, especially if you're buying a big ticket item used. There are some really good tips in this one. I'm over 50 and have bought a lot of used vehicles in my time and gotten some great deals over the years, but I think I'll do even better next time after reading this last one. So that's it. If you're wondering, this is a good deal. If you're feeling iffy, put it on a Visa or MasterCard and don't worry about it a bit. You'll be okay no matter what happens. I'm going to put a link in the description and the comment section below if you want to check it out for yourself. This is a link that will take you right to the ClickBank selling page. Stay safe out there and have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching this video.